Good morning. This is the June 2019 jobs report from the Stuyvesant Square Consultancy. I am J.G. Collins, the managing director of the firm. Just calling out, you can see that we had a BAFO jobs report this morning. Just to give you some numbers, there were 224,000 new jobs, with 3 months average jobs going to 172,000. We'll talk more about that in the next slide. If you're not familiar with how we do this, if you're just coming across us for the first time, this is what we do. We show the average, the jobs created in that month by each sector, so professional and business services, durable goods, financial services, etc., retail trade, leisure, and hospitality is over here. We show the prior month here in red. We show the current month here in green. And then we lay over that the average weekly wages on a declining scale. So the higher wage jobs are over here on the left part of the line, and the lower wages are here on the right. Average weekly wages are along the left scale, and the number of jobs created in thousands is here on the right scale. And as you can see, we had a pretty good month in June. 61,000 jobs created in education and health services, which includes this 50,000 healthcare services number here. And over here, I should also mention, in manufacturing, we include the durable goods and the non-durable goods. So here you'll see 12,000, here you'll see 5,000. That works out to a total of 17,000. We do that just to break it out because they are, as you can see, it's significantly different wage levels. And we do the same here with education and health services and with healthcare. As I mentioned in the first slide, what we've seen is the total number of jobs measured over time. We show the 3-month and the 6-month average jobs creation in addition to the current month here in blue. We show the 3-month in red, and we show the 6-month in yellow. But the 3-month job creation for June was 172,000, which is a good number overall. It's generally speaking, you want about 150,000 jobs per month to absorb new people coming into the workforce. What does concern us, though, is we've had these strong numbers here in January, and we had another strong number of 275,000, 200 and probably about 80,000 in August last year. This year, we're seeing below 250,000 jobs for the most part, and we're seeing some volatility here in February, where we produced just over 50,000 jobs, and over here in May, when we produced, I guess it's probably around 70,000 jobs. So while our average numbers here have been good and relatively stable, we're concerned about the volatility here, and compared certainly to last year, where we had steady continuing job growth for the most part. Just devolving now for a moment, and we'll talk about some other issues that there are no charts for, but those of you who have followed us for some time know that we have been greatly concerned about the issues in the Straits of Hormuz. And we had said for some time that it was very clear that the National Command Authority, the President, and the National Security Council, and what have you, were planning to defend the Straits of Hormuz no matter what. We've had aircraft carriers and amphibious response groups in and out of the Straits of Hormuz, but continuously different ships coming in and out, but always an American naval presence, significant naval presence in that area for quite some time. Well, obviously in June, the things started getting a little more hot in that region, and we don't necessarily expect that to end anytime soon. The Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action is simply by the wayside now insofar as the United States and the U.S. has cut off Iranian oil for all intents and purposes, which makes it almost impossible for them to maintain maintain their economy, which is significantly oil-based. So we're concerned about things there. Other than that, however, the rest of the economy, for the most part, looks good. Real wages increased by almost a full percentage point, 0.84%, which is 2.84% in nominal terms, with a 2% trim mean PCE. The data that we saw in May, which had a very disappointing jobs report, but that we said back then didn't really give us, it caused us concern, but not real. We didn't really foresee trouble coming from it. That seems to have borne out in this most recent month's report. Gasoline prices and other concerns that we've expressed are tending to fade away more and more. We are concerned that M2 velocity is flatlined more or less. We would like to see a lot more M2 velocity. If the Fed continues to reduce rates as they have said they may, then we're going to see further reduction in M2 velocity. So we don't really support an additional cut in Federal Reserve rates at this point. So I think that's pretty much all of the highlights of what we had written up. If you want to read it in full, I would suggest you take a copy over at seekingalpha.com, where we are listed. You can see the details further on in this video. That Then we put it up on our LinkedIn account, which is the Stuyvesant Square Consultancy. Then we place it on our Facebook page, which is also the Stuyvesant Square Consultancy. Finally, we place the detailed report of our jobs reports and our GDP report on the website seekingalpha.com, which you can access for free. You just have to register and sign up. I believe that the data on our GDP and jobs report stays available forever. However, some of our stock reports and our other data disappears after a while, and you have to go through their paywall and subscribe and what have you. But you can find all of the detail of everything what we spoke about in the Seeking Alpha under J.G. Collins. Okay? If you would like to get our reports, you can come on here to these subscription mailing list. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your email address, your first name, your last name, and hit the subscribe button. We provide content that is both free and premium. We update our mailing list about every 6 weeks or so. So if we take a while to return to you, that's how long it's going to take to get you into our system. We will see you at the sooner of the GDP report print or the next jobs report, whichever comes first. I haven't checked the Bureau of Economic Analysis to see when they're producing their GDP report, but I would hope that it would be relatively soon. That's the GDP report for fourth quarter 2018. Speak to you then.